Hello, everybody. Man, welcome to the A Bit Too Far Crypto Comic Podcast. Oh my gosh, I just finished up doing a live stream over at DCTV, Decentralized TV, and had a wonderful turnout. A lot of good people there. Tony, tell me, how did I do? How much did I suck?
Dude, I give you like a B plus plus A. Great, man. You know, you started feeling your groove, man. Right, I would say like 15 minutes into it, you just started.
No, 15 minutes into it, the nervous jitters had kind of calmed down a little bit. My espresso had taken hold of me.
Yes.
It calmed me down enough.
Where you said, you know what, fuck them all or something. It was at that point where it's like, you know, I'll say what I want to say.
Dude, it's true though. One of the things that I tell my kids is that I better not hear them using any of the language that I use until they fucking earn it. All right? The way you earn it. Either you turn 21 or you join the military like I did. Then you could use the language that I use. And you know what? My kids don't cuss. They don't.
They ain't earned it. When they do, they will be. Everybody's going to end up cursing eventually because they're going to earn their stripes somehow, some way, sometime soon.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's going to happen. I mean, look at the movies today. I mean, shoot.
Like that, man. That's pregame to what's going to happen, man. That's like, you know, the movies already got crypto in there. They got zombies in there.
Yeah.
Shit's going down, and the movies are just pregame. I know, man. It's like...
Dude, I haven't had you on here in a while. How have you been?
You know, one day at a time, brother.
Outstanding.
Been all right. I'm still working on my rig.
Yeah, I heard from Mikkel that you were working on it.
I'm not doing good at staying on task, though. You know, it's like...
It sounds like you need some coffee for that ADHD.
Yeah. So I ended up picking up a book, and I kind of got lost in it, and now I'm back at it. Plus, there was holidays, man. You know, you got to eat, right? Thanksgiving and stuff.
Those holidays threw me for a loop. You know that I said that I wanted to try the experiment of doing a podcast twice a day, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Thursday and Friday I didn't jump on it all because wife was home. Wife wanted to do holiday stuff, and it's like, okay, sweetheart, we're gonna do that. Like no explanation, no nothing. I'm just like, I'm gone. It's like you guys didn't even see me in the Discords.
I was in the same. I mean, me too. I mean, you know what you do. You do what you do, right? You gotta do what you do. Family first, shit. No doubt. But then, like when you try to do work, when you're trying to do to me, this is more like side projects that are just helping me feed my fire of getting into crypto. Mm-hmm. And then I get ADHD and I look at this algorithm and I'm like, whoa, how the fuck does that work? That's what happens, man. I lost track, and then I look back up and it's like 2 days later, and then I'm like, oh, it's Thanksgiving. Well, it's time to hang out with the family.
Mm-hmm.
And then Mikkel, he sent me a link on how to resolve my issue, but I got past step 3 out of maybe like 16 steps left to go. And I only got up to 3, and then
Well, Alcohol Anonymous was a 12-step program, last I heard.
There's extra levels you can find. You got to find those extra levels.
It's a rolling with the punches. The Ninja Grandmaster himself.
Yes. It's a blessing.
I think it's awesome that you're getting into mining, man. Like seriously, that's fucking amazing. I'm hoping that with my gains in my investments, my dollar cost averaging, I can use it to help fund everything else that I got going on. I want to get into mining. I want to open up the Shopify store, for my apparel and swag and whatnot, But I'm only making, I'm making peanuts every 2 weeks. It's hard. It's rough, So just being creative and having an outlet It's so awesome being in the crypto community, being in the crypto space and building something. Everybody's building something different. Everybody's got their own spin on things.
Right.
Those who aren't building, you know what?
Right.
That's okay. Their time will come. And if it doesn't, sorry, where have you been all this time? Where everybody else was building and doing stuff. What were you just watching? Your life is flashing before your eyes, and you ain't doing shit to change it. Do the same shit you've done. Get the same shit you've been getting. So.
Don't expect something different when you still suck ass. Yeah.
Amen.
Kick ass, buddy. Kick ass. Hey, your camera? Your camera doesn't do that.
Yeah, look at that. I got an upgrade. I got the Logitech freaking 1080p HD. Yeah, buddy.
Nice.
I had to get it upgraded for the DCTV screen.
I was motivated by your purchase.
Oh, you did? Outstanding. Fucking awesome. What you got? Show me. I know you got it somewhere. Yeah,
I haven't turned it on. It's like one of those things. I took it out of the box, and I didn't do shit with it.
Well, you just gotta fiddle with it, play with it. Have some fun with it.
And I think I'm gonna return this fucker after watching you and John talk about it yesterday, or was it Wednesday? This shit. I picked this up too.
Good.
The Yeti.
The Yeti's fucking badass, man. I fucking love that. I fucking love this microphone.
Right, because part of the mining.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Is that what you got? Is that what you got? Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds good, man. The only thing sucks is it fucking takes up table space.
It does take up table space, but that's also why I purchased a mount when I purchased my camera. But the mount hasn't come in yet. I'm getting freaking upset because it was supposed to be here like Tuesday last week. when my camera showed up, it was supposed to be here the same day. I'm like, where the hell? So, it wouldn't be in the middle of right here, but just make sure that you got the settings on right. That's the most important part right there. Yes. Trying to find out if I got it facing.
You know what? I remember. What? Oh, shit. Peter had put his settings on one of his videos not too long ago. I had to go look for it, but if you know the settings, you want to let me know later.
On the Blue Yeti?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you have in the back there? Like, was it set to the middle?
Oh, it's set to that butt-looking thing. I don't know.
Okay, so it's set to that. What about the gain? Where do you have it at? Oh, all the way to the right. Okay, I see it. And you have it to the butt. Okay. Thanks, bro.
Yeah, no problem. No problem. The butt-looking thing is where it actually picks up sound from. That way it doesn't pick up sound from behind the microphone. You hear the difference? It's not as loud behind it. It only picks up the sound from in front. So you're literally picking up like the bit of the echo or just the amount of sound that's going around the microphone. So
tell me if this sounds different then. I'll plug.
All right, go ahead.
Any different?
Yeah, it sounds different.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine.
Shit, man! I couldn't hear you talking.
Well, that's
speaker.
No. Here, I'll text you in the chat. Hang on.
Learning shit too on this channel, guys.
Plug in a headset to the bottom of your microphone.
Plug in a headset to the bottom of my microphone. Okay.
Yeah, the headset is like underneath. Like you got the power cord on one side. There's a headset on the other side.
Okay.
You see that?
Yeah.
So when you plug in that microphone, plug your headphones into the microphone, and then you can hear just fine, and the microphone will pick you up freaking awesomely.
All right, let's try it.
Yeah, let's try it.
Okay.
Oh shit! Look at that. Listen to that voice.
Does it sound like Elvis? All day. Okay, guys. This is level up. This is when you gear up, guys. This is how you get into the game, you know?
All you need to do now is hook up that dadgum freaking camera.
Bam.
Get that HD on. Hells yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the lesson.
Hey, you know what? I was getting a lesson live somewhere. It was either on this podcast or it was actually on the DCTV stream. Something was going on. I think it was on the stream, actually. I don't remember what it was, but yeah, I mean, to be able to have that feedback instantly, you know, is just so phenomenal, you know, and then having our community, you know, support us and help us and, you know, jump in and say, hey, you know, you're doing this, or hey, check this out, or try that, you know, and be able to fix it on the fly right then and there, you know, is just fucking awesome. I love our community, you know, we're one big fucking family.
And it's a clusterfuck. Everyone's getting better and better and better, and you're like, holy shit, you know, let me try what he's doing or she's doing. And
Now,
I didn't think I was gonna get in front of the camera and do what you're doing, man. But I'm finally.
Dude, I was so nervous working up to that freaking minute. The second I hit that record button, like I was just feeling that the excited, nervous jitters just freaking pick up. It looks like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna explode. Too much going on. and then, you know, I just jumped into it. The stream kept on going, and then I think, like you said, the second I said fuck you or fuck it or just didn't give a shit about it, you know, I caught my groove, you know. Nemesis, what's up, big guy? Your name is coming up looking. Your name looks like shit.
It looks like you hashed it.
It looks like your Bitcoin wallet address there, buddy.
You want to donate? That's not my wallet.
That's not my wallet. Don't donate.
Right?
Your shit's gonna end up lost.
I don't know what the hell this is. It like did this funky update, and now it's this.
Is this under your Hot Rod, the Rod account, or is this the Nemesis account?
Zoom has nothing to do with YouTube.
Oh, fucking YouTube got nothing to do with Zoom. True.
Hells yeah.
I think you're mining Monero.
Dude, we're all fucking mining Monero.
Yeah.
So Brian, I saw you in the stream. Give me the feedback. Give me the low and the dirty. How'd I do, man? How'd I do?
You did good, I think. I think you did good. I mean, for the first time, I mean, even my first stream, dude, I think I was sweating and shaking. I had an alcoholic drink so that it would calm my nerves a little bit.
Sure.
Had my little vape pen going, too.
Yeah. Dude.
Hell yeah. You did good, too. Both of you guys did a pretty good job, man.
It just sucks that I do my very first solo stream and I get banned.
Oh, you did? You got banned already?
Yeah.
I think I know.
Whenever you drop that link into the chat, because I had the chat scrolling on the main feed, I think it triggered me getting banned.
Oh.
There was a part in the chat, right? If you like watch the whole live feed, in the discussion it says, drop YouTube.
That was incredible.
And, you know, maybe that's what they caught too, because I think you said that the platform was like they complained about you pushing to another platform.
Yep. Yeah, they said that I was spamming the network and trying to get people to leave to another platform.
Man, fucking Big Brother! I didn't know they do that kind of shit, man.
Of course they do. Of course they do. They always are trying to freaking make sure that they're the only option.
Now I'm going to have to, if I stream now, it's going to be on my actual Nemesis account for the next 3 months. I'll still be producing all my normal videos under Crypto and Hot Rods because they haven't banned me from that. But I'm banned from
live.
Yeah, you're banned from live streaming. Yeah, the whole Big Brother thing is real. You know, they want control. They don't want you to, you know, advertise options, you know, because let's face it, they're making the most money, and the second you take users away from them, they start losing money. You start fucking with their wallets, their paycheck, people get angry.
For real.
And they don't realize that I'm trying to utilize all the platforms in conjunction with each other. to further myself. It's not that I'm trying to get anybody to leave any platform.
Dude, when I heard that they were thinking about enabling live streaming on Yen, I'm like, yes, fucking A, right. You know, it's like freaking live streaming and even maybe posting videos.
Dude, I didn't see that anywhere. Did you just let the cat out the bag, bro? Because that's top secret shit. I didn't even know about that. Did you hear about that, Nemesis?
Not directly. I heard they're not gonna do the same thing like YouTube is what I heard.
They're not doing like a YouTube. They were talking about the possibility of enabling live streaming on Yen. Okay, a little bit different. It might not even happen. It might not happen. But the fact that we're thinking about it, my Korean sucks. Sorry.
And then as more of us streamers get banned from various platforms, it's going to drive the necessity for it to go up eventually. Hopefully.
Fucking why not? I mean,
well, see, here's the thing.
They got to get a good foundation.
Mm-hmm.
Like anybody's doing it right now. Shit, BitTube doesn't do live feeds, do they? They do, right? That's a gaming.
Yeah, they do. The problem with BitTube is that it was a great idea, failed on execution because there's no community behind it.
No one to take care of it?
No, there's not enough people that are involved with BitTube. If they had more of a community to go on to BitTube, it would have a little bit more adoption. But they went on with a smaller community, and it's just, you know, it's all the people that are in the crypto community really using it. So how many people are really going to be, you know, on there?
Yeah, I mean, if they have no foundational, you know, support, you know, no community to back them up, then they're just creating a feature that they hope catches on. Truth of the matter is, you know, I think Peter and John are doing it the right way by actually having the community first and thinking about the community and what the community needs are and building from there. You know, I think that if they built their own version, like decentralized version of YouTube, or call it freaking CryptoTube or whatever the fuck they want to call it, all right? You know, make it a section in Yen. Why not? You know, because they already have people waiting. We just jumped up to like 160 some users. All right, with the onboarding of the new 76 people that came on. I mean, we're doing phenomenal work. You know, just helping them come up with, you know, better ways to do crypto. That's the truth. You know. Oh wait. I don't want to do that. I cannot minimize. Okay, I don't want to minimize the background. There we go. All right. So this being, I totally forgot to do the one joke that I actually had in my mind when I was on the live stream. That's okay though. That's okay. But what did you guys think about me actually reading the jokes on stream? Did you like that? I mean,
it's all right. But when you deliver the jokes when you don't have to read, it just sounds more funny.
Right. You got to learn. You have to make it to where it doesn't look like it's scripted. Yeah. It's got to be a little bit more natural.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's all about the delivery, and you're kind of forcing the delivery out.
Yeah. Reading it is
back to that one.
Reading it is way different than actually knowing the joke and saying it, you know, because
you're going to say it with a little bit more of emotion if you got it up here.
Exactly. You know, and trying to artificially put that emotion in there while reading is like, it comes out forced in my opinion. But, you know, with it being, you know, a bit too far, I think
like, you know, like Andrew Dice Clay, you know, like hickory
dickory dock.
My wife was sucking my cock. The clock struck 2. I dropped my goo and kicked the dumb bitch down the block. Oh,
hey. Yeah. I'm debating whether I should, you know, I'd like to hear the feedback. I'd like to hear from everybody, you know, like in the comment section, you know, whether they liked the jokes, or whether they jokes were shit, and then maybe experiment a few more times with reading jokes, and then experiment with me having memorized the jokes. I think that would be.
I think the part that I noticed from like just watching all the first time group, like the first phase, this wave of you guys all jumping in and doing your shows, is you guys pay a lot of respect to the fucking chat window, man. Fuck the chat troll window, man. It's your guys' voice. I feel like I'm here to watch you guys, not giving me a, hey, Tony, how are you, Ninja Grassmaster? Fuck those guys. Every now and then you see Peter, he pays attention to him like once or twice, but you guys give him like fucking too much attention.
Well, one of the reasons,
like, you know what I mean?
I'll give you the lowdown right now, okay? I was actually in a chat with Peter on the Discord. We had a group chat, me, Groove Dude, and Agent, and we're talking and whatnot, and I'm saying, I'm getting nervous as we're coming down to the wire, and they're like, hey, don't worry about it, and if you ever get stumped, just jump to the jump to the chat.
Yeah.
And so the few times that I'm like, the running out of subject to say or whatnot, it's different having somebody there with me that I can bounce back off of, and so going to the chat gave me some feedback, and I could catch on something, just read whatever, and then somebody says something, asks a question, I'm like, okay, let's talk about that, and it helps feed the ideas, and it keeps the stream going for that hour that we have, because I'll tell you right now, having an hour's worth of content, pastors work on their daggum sermons all week long, and they only talk for half an hour. Come on. So that little trick right there that Peter gave me was, if you ever just read the chat.
Fair enough.
It definitely helped. I had the wherewithal to open the YouTube stream before that. I mean, you guys saw me chatting in the chat room before we actually went live. But the problem became, when I got started, I'm talking whatnot going, and then all of a sudden I hear the YouTube going. I'm like, oh shit. Hang on a second, let me mute that real quick. But I mean, I think for my first stream, I'd give myself maybe a C+ or a B-. I mean, that's just me being hard on myself, though. I think
it's more funnier if you're a stumbling boob tuber.
Stumbling boob tuber. let me flounder around for a while.
Just be like trying to hit a button. Be like, oh, that's not it. Oh, which one of these things? And just. I'll get it one of these days. Does anybody know how to use one of these things? I don't. You think it's because it's upside down? Maybe I should turn it like this.
Push this button.
So I push this one, guys. This one, right?
Dude, I would love to get like have a tablet or whatnot. It's like, hey, I'm which one of these am I supposed to push? I think a tablet would be awesome to do that very joke. That would be funny as hell. Yeah. Dude, what I'm trying. Okay, so the joke I wanted to say, but I totally forgot. I'm gonna share it with you guys. Okay. So these two guys are at a bar on top of a skyscraper, having a blast. Freaking drunk as shit. Freaking, that kind of freaking drunk. Okay. One guy's like, dude, I'm serious. Just go to the edge and just jump. The updraft will just pick you back up and set you back down. And the other guy's like, no fucking way. Impossible. He's like, no, I'm serious, man.
Robot it out a little bit.
What up? Uh-oh. We got locked up. Internet connection is unstable. Oh, sorry, guys. My internet connection is acting up because we got a storm outside. We actually got a storm outside. So, fuck it. Fuck the joke. It's
on for the next joke.
Roll for the next joke. The next joke is I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. No. I wanted to say something about this damn mustache. This thing's coming off.
God, dude, this is too much. I don't know how you talked me into doing this with you.
No shave November, buddy.
Oh, God.
Hey, it's almost time. It's almost time. One more day. One more day. Then you can shave that shit off. I know, it's itchy as hell. It's like I keep doing this right here on my freaking lip. It's like, argh.
Oh, when this was growing in, there was a certain length where I just sit here for like 10 minutes. I don't worry, I'm fine. No, nothing's wrong.
You got any more of that crack cocaine?
One more, man. One more.
One more,
Oh,
hit the
man.
road. Come on, please. Come on now.
Oh. I got another joke for you guys. All right. A gay man goes to a church, and when the donation tin is making its way to the gay man, he leaves $1,000 in the tin. Once the tin makes its way back to the pastor is shocked. He yells, "Whoever left such a generous donation, please make yourself known." The gay man stands up and says, "I did." The pastor smiles at the man and says, "This church thanks you for such a gift. The congregation would love for you to choose 3 hymns." The gay man starts pointing around the church and said, "I will take him and him and him." Anyway. Yeah, I don't read any of that shit beforehand. Please choose 3 hymns. There was a good one I saw earlier. One of those comics, one of those jokes I had seen. I'm like, oh my God, I need to make this into a freaking comic strip. Oh man, I want to find it. I don't know if it was this one or a different one. I think it was a different one, but I didn't have Google Drive open anymore, so fuck it. Closing that out. Anyways, dude, I'm so glad that stream is over. I was like, every time I looked down at the time, it's 5:20. I got 40 minutes more of this shit. I'm like, fuck.
Your knee pits sweating.
Somebody's like, it's like somebody was commenting about me having too much oil on my face. I'm like, yeah, no shit. Oh God.
That's why Peter shoots in the garage. It's nice and cold out there. You can't see him sweat. But now he's such a natural, and there's no heat no more for the guy.
Well, he's also had a lot more experience than all of us. I mean,
Exactly.
we're like a year and a half behind on starting on this kind of shit. He's had the time to develop his craft. You know, I mean, like John and Peter were both saying. You know, look at our previous shit. We look janky as fuck. We didn't know what the hell we were doing, you know, or something along those lines, you know, but it's true. You know, you got to start somewhere. You got to gain the experience. I mean, look at a door-to-door salesman. Okay. They can't sell shit when they first start.
Get the fuck away from my door.
I had one of those no soliciting signs on my door. You know, when I was married to the first wife. I was so glad for that little sign, but she took it with her when she left. All right, bye. Nowadays, though, I'm seeing these guys for solar panels, freaking, you know, Terminix, you know, all, you know. I even had like I think it was like a life insurance and investment business come by.
Don't let him in the door. Don't let him in the door.
It's like, oh my God. No, I let him in, and then I had fun with them. It's like, oh, you do
want
this?
to waste my time?
It's like, you want to waste my time? Guess what? I'm gonna take up a lot of your time.
And whatever you have free, like if my kid likes those notepads, let me have that.
No, I got them talking. I started steering the conversation towards crypto and marijuana markets, and was teaching them about this shit. And then I was teaching them also about debt collectors and the truth behind debt collectors. You know,
Well, enlighten me, man.
Operate shit.
Debt collectors?
Mm-hmm.
What are they doing?
All right, you know how when debt collectors call you on the phone,
yeah,
say it's recording, you know, and they're like, "Oh, we're trying to, you know, any information you give us will be used to collect this payment or whatnot." It's like, okay. In California is a dual party recording type deal. So both parties have to agree to the phone call being recorded. Them just informing you that the phone may be recorded for quality assurance purposes is letting you know that it's informed, or letting you know that it's being recorded. And if you don't object, they take it as you accepting it and, you know, allowing it to be recorded.
Say, I object.
Yeah. Right. But the downside of them, if you object and they don't record it, it means that when you pull the rug out from under them, nothing fucking happens. Right? And what I mean by pull the rug out from under them, okay, when you receive a letter in the mail from a debt collection agency, you know, like Portfolio Recovery Associates, you know, LLC or something like that, right? These guys, if you actually look at the paper that says that you owe them money and they're willing to take this much instead of the original amount, like let's say you owe $528 and they say, we'd be willing to settle for $482. Well, the problem is they don't show proof that they own your contract. They also don't show proof of how much they purchased the account for, nor do they have any proof that it is a legal binding contract between you and Portfolio Recovery Associates that you owe them any money. Okay, show me a document that has my signature and your signature that says that we have a contract where I have to pay you. They don't. The letter that they send you doesn't even have a signature on it. The reason is because signatures are legally binding. If you read it, it's all print. And at the very bottom, it says sincerely. That's it.
With the hug and the kiss.
It's literally an extortion letter. They might send, you know, if you say, hey, can you show me proof that you actually own the account? They're like, oh, yes, sure. And they will send you a piece of paper from whatever, let's say, whatever credit, you know, or business or whatnot. Let's say you bought a computer, all right? You purchased like a $4,000 computer, all right? But when you took it home, it wouldn't work. And you found out that there was actually a chip missing, all right? You know, and this is a real story. The guy that actually purchased this in this example, he stopped paying for it because what he purchased, what he was paying for was not what was given to him. He wanted a working computer. They did not provide him a working computer. So he stopped paying them. There's debt collectors, and the debt collectors, he's like, I don't have a contract with you. I got a contract with them. And they didn't fulfill what they were supposed to do. All right. The chip was literally like a $50 piece. He only put $100 down on this computer. Right. So because Dell did not provide a working product, why should he have to pay for a product that doesn't work? Would you pay for a car that doesn't drive?
Point there, guys. You got a point.
So anyway, long story short, he basically went through the rigmarole of the debt collectors trying to extort money from him. And it's like, prove to me with a certified true original document with the stamped notary, you know, that has been notarized it, saying that it is a true contract between you and myself, and I will pay it. If you can't produce it, then you've got no legal ground to stand on. And they try to take him to court. He said, Your Honor, may I see the document? He's like, he looks at it, he's like, Your Honor, there's no signature on here. This could have been, this is just a hearsay document. I could have printed up something like this and put your name on it, Your Honor, and then you would owe me $4,000. Judge threw it out. One of the things that these debt collectors do is that they will actually purchase from banks, you know, a stack of portfolios, a stack of accounts. Okay. Now, when you demand that they provide documents in a legal court case, they have to provide those documents. If they cannot provide those documents, they're is it in contempt of court? No, they're not in contempt of court. They're basically, if they cannot provide a true original document signed by you and signed by them, that there's a contract between the two of you, or provide proof that they purchased the account and for how much from the original creditor, all right, they can't, they got no legal grounds to stand on. And they know this. This is why they say on the phone, just to let you know, because this is a debt, you can't be sued for the amount, but because of the age of the debt, you will not be sued for it. The reason they say that is because they know they couldn't sue you. They can't sue you because they purchased the accounts in bulk. So literally, if they paid like $1,000 for 500,000 accounts, guess what? Your account was only worth about 5 cents. And legally, according to the Fair Credit Protection Act, they can only charge 10% more than what they purchased it for. But because they have no proof that they actually purchased your account, one-on-one, they purchased 1,000 accounts all at once, they have no documentation proving that how much they purchased your contract for. They have no documentation. They got no leg to stand on legally, and they're operating, is a form of extortion. They can send you a piece of paper that says that, like Chase Bank says, we sold this to Portfolio Recovery. We sold your account to Portfolio Recovery Associates. Okay, they purchased it for. They don't have that documentation because they bought it in bulk. They don't buy each account separately. They got no leg to stand on legally. All the debt collectors out there, all the debt collection agencies are operating under false pretenses. And they are committing a federal crime by using the federal post mail, like using a federal entity to send mail, to send extortion letters. That's a federal crime. But people don't know this, and that's why they get away with it. Anyway, I think we went a bit too far on that subject.
Too far.
Down the rabbit hole we go.
Well, you were on a roll. I was just working on your heels.
My last job was such an education. I learned about crypto, about real estate, about stock market. I learned investing in all these different books and YouTube channels that I was watching and courses I was taking that I would, listen to the videos and watch, at my other job. It was such a fucking education. But that stuff that I learned about the debt collectors, that's actually from one of my coworkers who's literally taken debt collectors to court as well as put them out of business. For the past 35 years, he's been doing this. And he's not a lawyer. He just reads a lot. So he would, he actually tried to get a lawyer to do this for him. The lawyer's like, "Oh, you can't. They're too big." It's like, "Okay, fine. I'll show you." And then he took the agency to court and won the case. And then he took the ruling to the lawyer and said, "There you go. I just did your job for you." And the lawyer's like, "How the fuck did you do that?" The lawyers don't even fucking know about this shit. That's how fucked up it is. And you get all this freaking debt collector, get out of debt, programs and whatnot. They talk about debt collection, they just say pay it. It's simpler to just pay these people off so they'll leave you the fuck alone. It's actually illegal for them to even get your credit information, even if it's a soft hit. They didn't have your permission. I mean, they have so many different tactics out there. It's fucking ridiculous, and people's ignorance is what gets them into trouble and gets them in trouble with these debt collectors. The truth of the matter is, unless you send, the second you send them a penny, all of a sudden you've admitted that there's a contract, and now you're legally obligated to finish paying it off.
Oh shit! That's what they
That's what they get you on. They can go to the court and say, Your Honor, he was paying us at first, but now he stopped paying. He obviously admits that he owes this debt, otherwise he wouldn't have paid us. The judge will rule in their favor. But if you never actually send them anything, instead you actually demand that they prove their position, you know, they got no leg to stand on. That's why they can't sue you. The only thing they can do is hurt your credit. But technically, they're not even supposed to legally be able to do that. They just do it as a means to strong arm you into freaking paying up their freaking extortion. The only people that can legally collect on your debts are the original creditor and debt collection agencies that have actual proof, you know, that they purchased the account from somebody else, and that somebody else had, you know, there's a contract right there. There's supposed to be like a receipt, a bill of exchange, you know, contract type fucking deal. If they don't have that for your account specifically, they've got no legal leg to stand on. Anyway, there's so much more into that whole subject. Like I've got stacks of paperwork on how all this shit works, thanks to my buddy, who my former coworker, who taught me about this stuff for like an entire year. He taught me this stuff for an entire year.
When I find myself in a position, I'm gonna use you as my subject matter expert. So around me, they're looking for me. I fucking need to pay my damn Lowe's credit card or some shit.
Well, so long as Lowe's doesn't hand off the debt to somebody else. Oh, but here's the other thing. All right, let's say Chase Bank lends you like a credit card for $5,000 because you were pre-approved, and then they went ahead and sent you the card and you used it and whatnot, and you know, because of some financial hardship, you know, you haven't been able to pay it, and they sell the account to somebody else. All right, they have the right to sell the account to somebody else, but they have to provide like certified, original, true documentation that your account was sold to this entity for this amount of money. And there has to be signatures on both. If there's no signatures, there's nothing legally binding. All right. But because they send it in bulk, they don't have that documentation. Anyway, there was something I was gonna touch on. So I went back down that same rabbit hole again, but now it's a tangent attached to it. Fuck it, I'll come up with it later. Anyway, you guys have been awesome. Thank you so much for being here and giving me feedback on, you know, how I did on the stream. Are there any suggestions that you would like to recommend to help me improve or get better or start sucking less?
Get rid of that mustache like you said you would. Nah, man, do whatever. You know,
You just got to keep experimenting, keep grinding through it. You'll find your personality eventually.
Yeah,
I love it.
It's gonna come through, man.
Out.
I say it's like 4 freaking weeks. I mean, like, you're gonna do this weekly, right? So by the 4th time, you're gonna be like,
You'll feel comfortable at that point, at least.
All right. Well, I think now that I got the first, you know, excited, you know, nervous jitters out of the way, you know, it's just gonna get drawn out. You know,
yeah,
that first one was like a doozy. Like I haven't been that excited since the first time I decided I wanted to start drifting. It's like that excited nervousness and whatnot. I think, you know, it's like, wow, this is so familiar. But I appreciate it, you know, guys. Thank you for always being willing to come on and you know, give me feedback and shoot the shit, hang out and talk shit. I appreciate it.
oh yeah.
So Brian, before we go, we got about 6 minutes left. When are you joining DCTV? Come on, man. Monday Mining with Brian, come on.
Well, I've got to I can't stream off of my channel for a little while. I was a bad boy.
Well, I wasn't streaming on mine. All I did was hook up OBS and then use Peter's key to his YouTube channel.
Through his stuff. So yeah, I don't know.
I honestly hope that my content doesn't, disable streaming for DCTV. That would suck. YouTube is going to flag it and then disable streaming.
I'm just not going to put my chats on the screen anymore. I think that's just what it is. Because, even Peter has people posting stuff in his stream, into the chats. It's just not coming up on the screen, though, I think. I don't know.
Ninja Grassmaster, did you just hook up your camera?
I sure did.
You need to angle that shit, buddy. All we can see is the Ohio University sweatshirt of yours.
We got a nipple shot.
We got nipple shots.
Right? We got man boob.
It's not hot enough for me.
Look at it.
Oh man, I gotta adjust that back part.
Hey, that's
what it looks like now.
There you go. Fuck yeah, dude.
All right.
That's awesome. Everybody's upgrading one little way or another.
Right.
Upgrading our investments,
Mining,
upgrading our equipment.
Oh shit! Daddy.
Yeah, he's got a blue Yeti, a white Yeti.
Right.
I want to get one of the unicorn and just put it on there. It's my blue Yeti. Oh God, not like that.
I don't like that.
But yeah, to answer your question, I don't know. Me and Crypto Mikhail were actually talking about doing something together. So that we were kind of talking off stream before I found out I got banned.
You could do something like Click and Collect the Tepper Brothers or something like that.
Right. Right. We were thinking about doing something like a Saturday night because we don't want to interfere with anybody else's live streams, and he wants to hit it up on his day off. So because he works evenings, I work mornings. We got 2 days that basically we can match up with. So looks like we'll probably try to do something on Saturdays.
All right. Well, I look forward to it. I don't know how likely I'll be able to jump in the stream. I mean, if it's at 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Pacific, then I can work with that.
Yeah, it'll be in the afternoon stuff because he's got to do the dad stuff, and then I actually on Saturday I work during the day, so it'll be after I get off work, of course. If I don't do it on the Decentralized channel, I'll be just trying to do it on my my Nemesis account or something until I get my ban lifted or something.
There you go.
I don't know. Still kicking around ideas.
I think as soon as I'm done with the stream, I'm going to create the A Bit Too Far Gmail account, and then I will create the A Bit Too Far YouTube account. That way I can start, doing things from there, make it easier to find me instead of finding it on my personal freaking, account, Chris Anderson. There's like a million of us.
I'm going to give you a little advice on that.
Okay.
Google Google the exact spelling and everything you want, and see if anybody else is using the name first.
Well, I know that currently, even if I change it to A Bit Too Far Crypto Comic, that one I've already checked.
You first, yeah. That's because whenever I made the channel initially, Crypto Brothers, there's a lot of them. You got the Crypto Bros, Crypto Brothers, Crypto Twins, Crypto this, blah, blah, blah. I was all the way at the bottom of the list.
You got the Hodge twins,
right?
It's your competition. They're into crypto, and I happen to see them on the Drinking Bros podcast. I'm like, they're everywhere.
And then
Maybe they'll get Black Rifle Coffee on the blockchain.
It was also supposed to have my little brother with helping me out on it, but he's kind of only around whenever I'm doing mining equipment stuff. So, it is what it is.
It is what it is, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know, I mean, we adapt and overcome. I mean, that's why when they call roll call at work, you know, I don't say here. I say the Corman motto, Semper Gumby. Always flexible.
Never break.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I have a worse of a motto. It's like somebody calls upon me, and it's like I look over. I'm like, get down. Get down.
We got less than a minute, guys. I want to say thank you all for being here, and you guys have a great one. And I will see you guys again. I'll try to do a podcast tomorrow morning after the stream or whatnot, as well as tomorrow afternoon. We'll see what happens. I got to go.
See you guys again, man.
Yep. I'll see you guys later. All right.
Yep.
Have a good one.